Hello Starlings! So today's video was a long time coming, I just have not had the time to film it. These are my top 10 favorite Law & Order SVU episodes, and if you don't know what Law & Order SVU is, you have not been alive for the past 20 years. I have seen all the seasons 1 through 19, and currently they are airing season 20, so I am on season 20, and everyone's been asking me what are my favorite Law & Order SVU episodes. I love so many of them, but I did manage to squish them all down into 10. Number 10 is the episode Taken. This was season 2, episode 8, I believe, and it's basically about a family where the younger sister is brutally attacked at a hotel, like a hotel opening party, and it's up to the detectives to figure out who had done it and why, and the twist at the end is, it's funny because they get their comeuppance at the end, and I just really like the line that Olivia delivers to the a victim at the end, if it kind of gives it away like what the plot twist is. It's really good, and also I love the earlier seasons of the show because I like movies that were filmed in the 90s. I just like the feel that a lot of 90s movies and shows gave off, and this was a pretty good example of that. So number 9 is the one called Slaves. It's from like season 1, and there's just so much sass, and it's like a suspense movie like in itself in like 40 some minutes. The dad's a masochist, a misogynist, he's like both, and he kidnaps well, doesn't really kidnap her, but tricks her into coming to the United States. She's from the Ukraine. She's not legalized in the United States. She's not even like documented to have lived here, and he abuses her and tortures her. That's why it's called Slaves. And just the amount, like the one line that actually put this on my list is the line that Olivia says, and I'll insert it right here because it is golden.
The girl you're torturing in all those photos.
Honey, I'd like a mineral water, no ice.
And I'd like your balls in a blender, but ain't life a bitch.
It also just like dives into the psyche of a person, that you can abuse a person, you can hurt a human being, a thing that has feelings, and not care. It's just, there's people out there in the world that are like that, and that's how they think. Number 8 is The Glasgow Man. This was an episode in like 2013, 2014. It was a newer episode. It's a twist on the real life story about the little girl who was attacked by her friends because they believed that Slender Man was a real person. I remember when Slender Man was a big deal. I remember back when that story happened, and it's so crazy how social media and urban legends and stories online can affect kids and lead them to do such horrible things. And I think the show and the actresses who played like the little girls, especially the one who did the assault, was really, really good. Like, they did a great job. I just looked at my list, and number 7 was the episode titled Wet, and the storyline in itself is not good. It's nothing special. It's just another case that they had, but I think everyone who's seen the episode or knows the show very well knows why this episode is on my list, and it's purely because Olivia accidentally got high on mushrooms. Number 6? 6, yes, 6. Authority with Robin Williams. I love Robin Williams, like Mrs. Doubtfire, Ferngully, Aladdin, you name it. I've seen most of his stuff, and I love him. He was a fantastic comedian, and he also was a fantastic creepy actor. Who knew? And you really get to see him act creepy in this episode called Authority, where to this day I can't really remember like the exact plot of the episode, but it's so well done, and I didn't think Williams had it in him, but he's a man of many talents. It was very good. He did a great job playing a bad guy. Now, this show is covering a lot of dark topics that a lot of shows are too scared to really get into as much as SVU gets into them, and that's a great case with number 5, which is Undercover. Any Law & Order SVU big fan like me will know that exact episode, because Olivia goes undercover, as the title says, to Sealview to find a dirty cop, basically, who's mistreating a lot of the women in Sealview, because I believe that was an all women's prison, and she gets assaulted there. It's one of the more dark episodes. It's very well done. They pushed it as far as I think TV companies would let them go. Number 4 is Spooked. And I liked Spooked, and I think it goes well because it is the spooky month as the time I'm filming this. Knowing my filming schedule, you'll probably see this in January, but I digress. The whole episode is just an action-packed movie. That's all I need to know, and it is great. So number 3 is funny because it's the first episode I ever like really watched. It stars Sarah Hyland. You know her from Modern Family. She plays, what's her name? Haley. She plays this young girl who's like a prodigy. She's super, super smart. She goes to this like elite school, but it gets to her, and in the beginning of the episode, another prodigy student that goes to the same school, like I think they were roommates there, died. And in a very twisted way, I could kind of relate to Sarah Hyland's character because she had a lot of pressure on her, like academically. I also really, really worry about like my grades in school, and I sometimes will push myself to the breaking point when it comes to studying or doing work, and I've had times where I just sat down and just cried, or I pulled all-nighters. I get a B on a paper and I have like a panic attack and a freak out. So that's why I really love the episode, because she at such a young age did such a good job. Number 2 is The Beast's Obsession, and it's messed up. It has the character William Lewis, I forget the actor's name. He's also in Orange Is the New Black. He plays the bad cop in that one. He is so good at playing a bad guy. In a way he's funny, but then you also remember what kind of guy he is, and it's the episode, it's his final episode on the show, and that's why I put it number 2, because his intro episode is my number 1 and my number 1 favorite in a very bad way. Because number 1 is Surrender Benson, where Benson gets kidnapped by William Lewis for revenge because he was going to go to prison for assaulting many, many women, and she had been doing nothing but what she does best, and provoking subjects.
And I'd like your balls in a blender, but ain't life a bitch.
I love this episode from an actor standpoint. You learn so much from the ultimate bad guy and the ultimate good guy, and when they go head to head for such a long time, and the story really does help, you just learn so much, and you really can like go into like, how could I portray a character as bad as this one, or how could I survive going through what this person that someone wrote is going through. I know I as a person couldn't go through it, but as an actor you have to put yourself out of yourself and put someone else into your brain, and you have to try and differentiate and put yourself behind a mirror and just watch through it all, and you can't really let yourself get involved, but then at the same time they show that you kind of do have to, and it's like the ultimate like exam on like how to act, how to do an act. And that is why I love that episode so much, because it's a great character study. But that is all I have for you, Starlings, for today. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. I always do my outro out of order. Comment down below some of your video ideas that you would like to see on this channel. I would love to hear it. And that subscribe button, please push that too. All my social media links are down in the description box below, along with my very first ever published book, 2459. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting that. It is at Lulu.com. Please purchase it and tell me what you think. Be sure to subscribe because I have plenty of videos coming your way, and the bell that I was talking about will notify you every 30 videos when I upload one of them. With all that being said, Starlings, I shall see you